Good evening, and welcome to Neutral News, the program that observes the gentle churn of existence and offers a quiet, non-committal nod. Tonight, we dedicate our entire broadcast to a development of such profound domestic significance that it threatens to fundamentally reshape the British landscape. We speak, of course, of the government's new National Waste Management Strategy, a plan of such bold ambition it will see every household in England equipped with not one, not two, not even the previously audacious 3, but 4 distinct containers for their refuse. To guide us through this labyrinth of civic duty, we go to our correspondent, Susan. Susan.
Neil, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs has confirmed that a standardized 4-bin system will be implemented for all domestic residences and England. The 4-receptacle system will consist of separate bins for general waste, paper and cardboard, plastics and metals, and a 4th for garden and food waste.
4 bins. Let that number settle. A quartet of plastic monoliths standing sentinel at the end of every driveway. A silent, colourful judgment on our consumption habits. Susan, has there been any official guidance on the psychological adjustment period required for the average citizen to accommodate this new quadrant of containers?
There has been no formal psychological guidance issued, Neil. However, local councils will be distributing leaflets. These are expected to be printed on recycled paper, which will in turn need to be placed in the correct paper and cardboard receptacle. The leaflets will feature diagrams.
Diagrams. One imagines they will be a masterpiece of minimalist design, a sort of IKEA instruction manual for existential despair. Let's break this down. Bin number 1, general waste. This is the bin of shame, is it not? The repository for all the things we cannot or will not confront. The final resting place for broken dreams and single-use plastics we pretended were just this once.
That is one interpretation, Neil. Officially, it is designated for non-recyclable household waste. However, early analysis from our social observation team suggests it is already being referred to colloquially as the bin of secrets.
Of course it is. And bin number 2, paper and cardboard, the bin of intellectual aspiration, the home for the takeaway menus we never order from, and the Amazon boxes that contained items we've already forgotten we bought. Has there been any ruling on pizza boxes? They have long been the Schrödinger cat of the recycling world, simultaneously cardboard and food waste.
That remains a significant point of contention, Neil. The official guidance suggests that any soiled items should be placed in general waste. This has created what waste management strategists are calling a zone of ambiguity. The presence of residual cheese on a cardboard surface is a matter of intense debate. Some councils are recommending scraping.
Scraping, a word that fills one with a deep and profound sense of weariness. I imagine marital disputes breaking out over the correct categorization of a greasy pepperoni smear. Now, the 3rd bin, plastics and metals, the bin of eternal hope, the place where we put our bottles and tins, trusting that they will be reborn as something useful, like a park bench, or, more likely, another bottle.
The efficacy of the recycling process itself is a complex topic, Neil. For the purposes of domestic compliance, the key instruction is to rinse all containers. This has led to concerns about the net environmental impact of using heated, clean drinking water to wash an empty baked bean tin before it is thrown away.
It's a beautiful paradox. To save the planet, we must first perform a miniature washing-up ceremony for our rubbish. It's almost a religious ritual. And finally, bin number 4, the food and garden caddy, the bin of organic decay and suburban guilt, for our lawn clippings and our potato peelings.
Correct, Neil. This container is designed to facilitate composting and anaerobic digestion. However, it has also raised concerns. A leaked memo from one local authority details a projected 400% increase in calls regarding what is being termed bin juice.
Bin juice. Two words that, when combined, possess a truly awesome power to revolt. And with 4 bins, we have mathematically the potential for 4 distinct varieties of bin juice, a veritable smorgasbord of seepage. Susan, what of the aesthetic implications? How will this new 4-bin requirement impact the visual harmony of our nation's streets?
The government has specified a color coding system, Neil, to ensure uniformity. While the exact shades are yet to be finalized, we are expecting a palette of muted grays, greens, and blues. The intention is to create a sense of cohesive, state-mandated tidiness. However, behavioral psychologists have warned of a potential for bin hierarchy and curbside competitiveness.
You mean keeping up with the Joneses' bins? Ensuring one's plastics are of a higher quality, one's cardboard more thoroughly flattened than one's neighbor's?
Precisely, Neil. There are concerns that the bi-weekly display of one's recycling rows could become a new form of social signaling. An emptier bin, waste bin, could be seen as a mark of moral superiority. Conversely, an overflowing paper bin might suggest a dangerous addiction to online shopping. It's a social minefield.
It's terrifying. A nationwide system for silently judging each other's moral fiber based on the contents of their refuse containers. It's a stroke of genius in a bleak Orwellian sort of way. Has there been any thought given to the sheer physical logistics, finding space for 4 bins in, say, a terraced house with no front garden?
Yes, Mill. The official advice for homes with limited frontage is, and I quote, to explore created storage solutions. This has been interpreted by some as a suggestion to keep the bins inside the house.
Of course, the bin becomes a piece of furniture. The food caddy as a rustic kitchen feature. The general waste bin as a conversation-starting ottoman. It's a bold interior design choice. It says, I am a compliant citizen, and I am not afraid of bin juice.
Is a new frontier in home decor, Neil. Furthermore, our research indicates a burgeoning online community dedicated to bin modification or bin pimping. People are already designing bespoke wooden screens to hide the bins, vinyl drops to personalize them, and even small solar-powered lighting systems to illuminate them at night.
So, not only must we sort our rubbish into 4 distinct categories, but we are now also expected to curate and accessorize the bins themselves. It's a full-time job. A new unpaid role for every citizen. Domestic waste logistics and aesthetics manager. To summarize for our viewers who may be struggling to absorb the sheer scale of this announcement, the nation's rubbish is to be divided, like ancient Gaul, into 4 parts. This will require rigorous self-discipline, a deep understanding of complex and often contradictory rules, and may lead to social ostracization and the permanent installation of a biohazard container next to your sofa. It is, in short, the most British solution imaginable to a problem that creates more problems than it solves. All in the name of order. It's rubberish. It's progress. Good night.